2-0 in the semifinal as well from Rhizer. So let's see what Rhizer can do to prevent that. He told me he wants at least one game of PappiJoe. Let's hope it's the first one and he can make a miracle happen here. So, in the top left corner, already a FizBen Cup champion, we have the orange Protoss. It's PappiJoe from EU.
At the bottom right-hand corner, playing for Team All Inspiration, we have the purple Protoss, Rhizer.
Exactly. Guys,
So,
while we're progressing into this game, I want to thank our sponsor, Space Pope, who has provided us with $20 additional prize pool. So the prize pool is $30 today. I'd also like to thank our admins, which is actually the sponsor was Grand Patos. I'm sorry. Space Pope's our head admin and Multipixels is our admin.
so we see almost identical builds coming out of both players. Rhizer's gas is going to be taken slightly later, but it's literally 2 seconds behind.
Yeah.
So it looks like these guys are going for identical builds.
Rhizer's throwing down a second gateway. Meanwhile, PappiJoe the same. Okay. That's interesting.
PappiJoe is slightly ahead of Rhizer.
His build order seems to be a bit more refined.
Cybernetic score going down for both players virtually at the same time.
Yeah. You can see the level of play is very high here with these two guys.
Yes.
PappiJoe losing some mining time there by killing the scout probe of Rhizer, but I guess that's fine because he lost mining time by sending out the probe, so it should be equal again.
Yep.
Of course, Rhizer is down a probe now.
It does look like both players are going to go for some kind of adept.
Nope.
Nope.
Rhizer's building stalkers.
Which I guess is the appropriate response to adepts. Adepts, as good as they are, don't trade favorably with.
Yeah, they outrange the adepts, but the adepts can shade, so it's as soon as you have two bases, it's gonna be tough. But as long as you only have one base, it's gonna be fine with stalkers. PappiJoe getting a stalker of his own now. And this is where things get mixed up a bit. And yeah, Rhizer's running around the long way. Meanwhile, PappiJoe's gonna attack with his adepts. The stalkers are gonna pop in the perfect moment, but they're walking by. No, Rhizer, pay attention.
Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We have almost 8 workers killed for PappiJoe. Ouch.
Gonna lose both adepts, and Rhizer stalkers meanwhile are facing 2 stalkers of PappiJoe. So this is not looking good for Rhizer at all.
Nope. Not at all.
Those adepts did way too much damage.
Rhizer's gonna have to do some major damage himself if he wants to bring this even remotely close.
Yeah. If you look at the workers, I mean, PappiJoe's up 6 workers in a mirror matchup.
Never good.
Also, his Nexus is almost complete. Rhizer's has just started. Same with the Robo Base. So Rhizer's just playing from behind now. And I'm not sure how you can bring it back with Protoss, because once the Robo's out, it's going to be Observer, so Dark Templar's not really going to cut it. So that's going to be tough. There's still an Adept scouting around with the Shade, being annoying, keeping Rhizer at his base.
Rhizer's splitting up his army, as he should, to,
not lose to a War Prison. That is coming up now. It's gonna be tough for Rhizer to come back from this. The Adepts did way too much damage.
Yep. And what I want to know is what's going to happen after this Warp Prism. Is it going to be Disruptors or Immortals or maybe even
Looks like
Colossus?
disruptors from Rhizer. There's the
And
robotics.
Immortals from PappiJoe. So if Rhizer actually gets really good shots off, this can turn
In a
PappiJoe
heartbeat.
in Rhizer's favor really, really quickly.
Yeah. This takes
But
one or two good hits and then it's even again, or even Rhizer being ahead. Army-wise, at least. Well, I mean, currently PappiJoe's way ahead in the macro department. And there comes the attack. Mothership Core slightly out of position. But there should be enough army to deal with this quickly. Pylon, I don't like the pylon placement though.
I have to agree with you there. I would place it a little bit more towards the mineral line.
Yeah, like the same as in the main, basically behind the mineral line, between the minerals and the gases. He's gonna try to snipe over, and he gets it. That's not good. You don't want to lose the sentries. They are very expensive units. Yeah,
He
PappiJoe.
might get the... Oh, the... It looks like the Warp Prism is going to get away with 2 health.
That's so annoying, man. That is so annoying.
I hate it when like you're like, oh, especially
It's
if
like,
something
oh,
is a
God.
Warp Prism, which like, you know.
Yeah, or a medivac. Like if there's something inside also, then you just want to
Yeah.
kill that thing. But the War Prism is even worse because it loads up half of his HP again. The fucking shields are reloading, right?
Yep.
I mean, at least the medivac, the next time you see it, you can just kill it unless it had to be repaired. But War Prism's gonna load up again.
Rhizer is going to try and scout out with a hallucinated Phoenix here. He is going to see the 3rd.
Yeah, it's gonna feel bad. I mean, he knows he's behind in army, he knows he's behind in workers, now he's behind in bases as well. He's gonna take his own 3rd shortly, which gets scouted by PappiJoe immediately.
Yep. Resonating Glaives is being researched by
As well as
PappiJoe,
+2 weapons.
as well as +2 weapons. More disruptors are coming out for Rhizer. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to be all that relevant.
Well, they're...
Like I said, right? I believe in it. I think Rhizer, if he gets good money shots on the disruptors, he could easily do this thing. But like playing against disruptors is really tough in and of itself.
Yeah, and playing with disruptors is tough as well, so...
Yep.
Well, Rhizer's gonna have to do something because the push is coming, and it's coming fast.
Rhizer attempted to do a disruptor job, but it's not going to go well.
No, he needs to defend at home now. There's 3 disruptors, but not a lot to support them. Now there's some stalkers coming. Still, there's a lot of adepts, a lot of
These are
immortals.
going to have to be the choicest disruptor shots that Rhizer has ever made if he hopes to hold this push.
Indeed. Well, he's catched up a bit in supply now. The worker count is only 4 workers behind now. But the army...
Isn't that very significant? Those are the thing I'm worried about here most is the immortals.
The problem is he can't really engage this as long as these adept shades are there, because if he shades past him, he's gonna lose all of his mineral line. There's Archons out now for PappiJoe, and he's gonna engage. He's gonna take it. Oh, the immortals, the disruptors are way too far ahead, but
Rhizer is getting some pretty nice immortal shots, but this Warp Prism micro from PappiJoe is very, very nice as well.
yeah, and PappiJoe can just reinforce like 8 units at a time, and even that was a really nice
Very
shot.
nice disruptor shots. Maybe
Oh.
Rhizer can clean this up.
Looks like it. But there's reinforcement coming already. And another one. Killed a lot of these adepts with the immortals. With the disruptors. Now he's
actually-
losing probes.
The units killed is actually fairly even, but the workers killed is absolutely in favor. 24 and climbing
Ooh.
workers killed for
Well,
PappiJoe.
he took out the Immortals, he took out the Archons. So, looks like he might just barely hold on.
Maybe, but the Adepts with +2 weapons and resonating glaives, Rhizer cannot absolutely hold this just using his own Adepts.
He's trying to shade into the main now to do some damage to the mineral line, which Rhizer cannot. Oh, nice disruptor hit there. Catching even more probes. Meanwhile, the Adept is taking out probes at the third as well. And PappiJoe was untouched until now. Nothing has made it to the mineral line of PappiJoe. Even if Rhizer would attack right now, until he gets over there, PappiJoe will have reinforced his army.
Rhizer still does have 3 disruptors, like I keep saying. Disruptor shots can literally change the tide of the battle.
Yeah, but 19 workers to 49?
Yeah,
Not sure
it
if
is
they're that
not
good.
looking good for our purple Terran, or purple Protoss. Well,
Yeah, speak is hard today. For me too.
and it doesn't help that, you know, PappiJoe's units all have +2 weapons, and
Nope.
Rhizer has absolutely no upgrades.
Also, 2-1 will be finished shortly.
Yep.
There's so many adepts. He's gonna sandwich him. Nope. Another nice, really nice disruptor hits from Rhizer. Gotta say that. The only thing keeping. Oh!
Ooh, very choice.
Jesus Christ! He might just take it here and now. Ugh.
This Warp Prism micro is very, very interesting from Rhizer. If these disruptors get another shot off, maybe.
Oh, they did! Oh my god, these disruptor hits. And PappiJoe's a bit up, but look at these. It's like 9 gates. It's so crazy. Half of them get evaporated immediately. I gotta tell you, man, these disruptor shots are the shit.
Choice.
These are the shit. Don't lose the disruptor! Oh no!
But Rhizer still hasn't done any economic damage. Like as good as these disruptor shots are, not entirely sure if they matter.
Yeah, right now what is keeping PappiJoe in the game is the upgrades. It's the upgrades because these adepts can just kill the army without dying themselves, except for disruptors, and the disruptors are all but one taken out now. And Rhizer has nothing at home. There's no reinforcements at home. One stalker standing there because he used all of his money for the warpin cycles and not for disruptors.
Yep. He has a forge, but he's not researching anything, any upgrades, which is not going to be good when this army when PappiJoe pushes back.
And look how much time it takes for these 6 stalkers to kill one adept. It's ridiculous.
Yep. Upgrades matter. Upgrades matter,
a
especially in the
mirror
matchup.
Yeah. PappiJoe taking a 4th, uncontested. He lost like 5 or 6 probes so far.
He lost exactly 3.
3 only, okay.
It's still not looking very pretty.
Yeah, the Warp Prism's threatening him.
Might pick off this Warp Prism though, because PappiJoe either a misrally or something like that.
I don't know, man. Warp Prisms are fast.
They are.
Look, it gets away again with 4 HP. It's so ridiculous, man. It's like, oh god. That must feel bad, man. Also, of course, PappiJoe knows exactly what's going on because of the server standing there. He sees the army move out, warps in a couple of adepts, and he's got to take out everything that is here. Luckily for Rhizer, there's not much here. But he immediately shades up to the natural and is going to take out the drones there. Forcing Rhizer back yet again.
Uh-huh. Meanwhile, PappiJoe's just saturating that fourth. This
Yeah.
income is not looking good.
Yeah, he keeps Rhizer on his side of the map and can macro freely there. I mean, how often do you see 7 adepts take out the Nexus by themselves? And the pylon.
PappiJoe has almost triple the income of Rhizer right now. It's like 700, 800 minerals right now to like almost 2k.
That's sick.
Ugh. 22 to 54 harvesters, not good.
And guess what? The War Prism's still there in the corner. Waiting, lurking.
For the moment to strike. With billions of adepts.
Yeah. Look how fast these Stalkers die to the other Stalkers. It's... Oh, that was... Jesus, these
Very
Disruptor
nice.
hits. Normally you should win every game with Disruptor hits like that. Because they are choice. Look at it again.
But as much as these disruptor hits, Rhizer hasn't gotten. We're 16 minutes into this game. PappiJoe's on 2-2. Rhizer hasn't gotten a single upgrade.
Yeah, that's what's gonna cost him the game. He's just chasing army. He's not doing economic damage, and I mean, PappiJoe's just reinforcing one warp cycle, and Rhizer has to fight 2 minutes to get the units down again. Has to have 2 perfect shots with the disruptors, just to be even.
Rhizer, at least research 1-1. Oh, this disruptor might go down.
Recall, but the disruptor was not in the radius. Oh my god. There goes the disruptor. Such an expensive unit to lose. And yet again, Rhizer has not touched PappiJoe's economy. And he just lost half of his army for free. So, yeah, there we go.
Rhizer does tap out, and a GG goes to PappiJoe.
Yeah. Feels bad, man. And Towley won versus Metis, so we are in for a treat for the finals.
Ooh.
Alright, so we're gonna set up the last game. Towley, where is he?
I thought that was best of 3.
Was that the first game?
Yeah, that was the first game.
Oh, shit. Well, shit.
Awkward.
Very awkward. Yeah, that's a bit, sorry about that, guys.
Wait, was that the first game?
No, I think it was the second one, no? Was it the first?
Ouch.
No, we didn't veto yet. No, that was the first game.
Yeah.
I'm so confused, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, so I need to get back into the team chat. Here we go. Rhizer gets a veto. PappiJoe picks next map. No.
Rhizer picks.
Sorry, guys. I'm very confused. I don't know why. Awkward. Okay, Galactic Process is vetoed. Rhizer, your pick. Frozen Temple it is.
Finals are best of 5, right? Yes, they are.
All right.
Okay. So another PvP on Frozen Temple.
Yeah. I've
It's gonna be.
never cast so many PvPs than today.
I know.
And they're
Um,
ready.
so it's gonna be Frozen Temple in particular is a very interesting map. I have to say for PvP. Blink stalkers are actually a thing, just because of that huge cliff you have on your main, and the
Okay.
long rush distance or the long distance from like your third to your natural also has a big effect into this.
Well, give it up for the purple Protoss. It's all inspirations Rhizer, rising to the challenge of defeating.
And in the bottom right hand corner, playing as the orange Protoss for Team Red Bloods, it's PappiJoe.
Will Rhizer bring this back and make a series out of it, or will PappiJoe stomp him? We
I
will
certainly
find
hope
out.
so.
Ah, me too. I love
I
Rhizer.
think
He's such a great guy. He helps us lobies out all the time with coaching and stuff. He's got a great style of play. So let's see more Rhizer.
um I think Rhizer's micro is definitely enough to beat PappiJoe, but Rhizer's macro obviously suffered a lot in that last game. Um,
Yeah, it all came down to this adept attack. These two adepts that killed like 6 or 7 probes, and
in the
that
very
was when,
beginning,
yeah,
and
that
that
was when
was
Rhizer lost the game. Because for the rest of the game, he was on the back foot. He had to fight back. He had absolutely hilariously good disruptor
disruptor.
connections. Really, I've never seen such good disruptor connections at this level of play. Normally, the people know how to evade them, but that's definitely a weak point of PappiJoe. Disruptors, he didn't do too good of a job by evading them. But he had the macro behind it to support it. He was on 2-2. Rhizer was on 0-0. He had more bases, more drones,
Like,
everything.
yeah,
So
and it just like those disruptor shots, while they were very nice, 2-2 still tears through 0-0.
yeah. And we see the same build again. 2 gates into core.
Rhizer's gonna try and do some. Is gonna do the same thing as last time. He's gonna get 2 stalkers rather than 2 adepts.
Yeah. And PappiJoe's going with the adepts again. And Rhizer cannot let that happen again. He cannot let that happen again. And PappiJoe's taking an early expansion. Looks like it.
Rhizer's pushing out with these stalkers, but I'm not entirely sure. If I was Rhizer, I would be saving these stalkers for a little bit of defense.
He's running back immediately. But he's at least delaying the push. And it looks like PappiJoe pulls them back. Oh. You never know. That's so annoying for me as well as a Zerg. You never know where these shades are going to be. Are they going to shade? Are they going to go back? These things are so hard to catch. You can't really chase them down. And I think... Yeah, well, he has 2
Rhizer
stalkers
does
in the
have
main.
2 stalkers at home, so
Yeah.
I don't think these adepts are going to get as much damage as they did last time, which is certainly good for Rhizer.
Well, he can't fight this.
These stalkers are going to get caught out.
He gets
One
him.
stalker goes down.
And now he can pressure the front while the back gets harassed again by the adepts. Ooh, preemptive forcing a overcharge there.
Yep. Luckily, there's not really a lot of damage other than that one stalker lost.
Yeah, the stalker is manageable. But I mean, look at the Nexus. Ah, he's not that far ahead, to be honest. Rhizer's getting a Twilight Council now, which is interesting. So we have a tech advantage for Rhizer this time, as opposed to the game before. But the robotics is already finished, and the first immortal is about to pop for PappiJoe.
Yep.
It looks like Rhizer wants to play an adept heavy style this time with the glaives upgrade. Maybe he realized that he was far behind in upgrades the last game and wants to do it better this time. So it's gonna be interesting. He's also building an observer, which I like. I don't think he built one. Yeah, he had one actually at the front for the last game, if I remember correctly. So... yeah, I'm really looking forward to see what Rhizer is trying to do with that. PappiJoe seems to want to push out soon. He's building a lot of army, building a lot of tech structures.
Rhizer's third is going to go down slightly faster than PappiJoe's, which something to know.
However, PappiJoe's up 6 workers, which is interesting. I mean, he didn't kill any workers. So I guess Rhizer used the Chrono Boost on something else. Probably the Glaives upgrade.
It's important. Rhizer did not actually see the Twilight Council, but I'm pretty sure he can assume that it's there, somewhere in the base.
Yeah, well, the Glaives upgrade's finished now for Rhizer, so that gives him a nice window to actually have an upgrade advantage for himself this time. Nice
Another
catch there. Takes these 2 adepts, so I guess this makes him about even again.
Yep.
2 adepts for 1 stalker. It's like 2 pawns for a knight in chess.
It's not terrible.
Evens things up.
Rhizer's slightly behind in probes, but not enough to all that matter. Well, there we go.
Ah, we're
He's back
equal
up.
again. Yeah, the Nexus is gonna kick in a bit. If he builds probes all the time, he's gonna pull ahead slightly now in probes.
Rhizer needs to get that third, though, saturated, instead of this natural.
There's a push moving out now from PappiJoe, supported by a War Prism. There's 4 sentries. This looks a bit like Wings of Liberty, where you would push out with like 4 sentries, a couple of immortals. Except there's no zealots because they don't really use them anymore in PvP, obviously.
Yep.
But this third is exposed. This is gonna be interesting. Rhizer has
Rhizer's gonna scout with the hallucination and it's gonna see the army right away. Interesting choice for PappiJoe going straight into the main. I would have chosen at least a fight out here. But
well,
his choke is go in.
with the force fields and yeah, I'm
Yeah.
actually not sure how this is gonna go. I mean, Rhizer's got more immortals. He's got the photon overcharge to help him. But look at this army. This army is huge.
Right,
don't
Rhizer
know.
calls GG.
I think that was just one unfavorable engagement,
Yep.
and that's it.
Well, right, and PappiJoe takes the set 2-0, knocking Rhizer out.
Yep.
So,
Alright, let's go find Towley and start this final series. Where is he? Where's Towley? Can't find him.
where'd Tally go? I don't. Where did he go?
Yeah, he just wrote something before. Now he's gone. He's offline actually.
Yeah. Wonder what happened.
Well, gonna give him like 10 minutes, and if he doesn't, he's in the game right. Ah, there he comes.
Ah.
All right, so no break for me. That's fine. We're gonna start out with Daysun Station because I like to have people play weird maps. Since Arena is not a thing anymore, it's gonna be Daysun Station.
Yep. Don't forget, this is best of 5.
Indeed. I'll try not to forget that. This is gonna be really interesting. It's gonna be a hell of a games.
All right. So it's gonna be a Zerg versus Protoss.
Looks
Pure
like
Faggot.
it.
Oh,
Why?
wait,
That's
okay.
nice. For me at least. I like that matchup a lot. Tauli's not wasting any time. He's ready already. Let's see what.
Let's go. Let me get my money already.